Hey, welcome to the Facebook Live. Also, welcome to the podcast and the, well, if you're watching this on YouTube too. I'm Joey Little, Social Little Man, but you know that. You've tuned in. I don't have to keep telling you that, but I have to. It's like protocol when you do broadcasting, apparently. It's what I learned in school. My background, broadcasting and photography, two things, visual and... but enough about me. Something special, a few things today. We're gonna talk about how to say yes more in 2017. Before I get that, of course, I've got an amazing company here that pays the bills, and I'd love to promote what we're doing here at Auto Alert. So bear with me for a few seconds as I jam out to the Spin Doctors. Gen Xers, you know who these guys are. You know who the Spin Doctors are. Maybe some millennials. Baby boomers, yes. But Spin Doctors are playing our show, our party in NADA. People around, I'm sure the other offices are really appreciating me blasting the Spin Doctors, Two Princes. But yeah, the Spin Doctors playing at NADA. If you don't have tickets to it, you can stop by our booth at NADA if you're going to the National Auto Dealers Association today. Kenny's saying it's a little early today. Well, I'm sure my team is really appreciating the Spin Doctors blasting in the background. Or out of my office. We're going to talk about how to say yes more in 2017. How are you going to do that? And how does that have to do with marketing? How does that have to do with social media? How does it have to do with anything that we usually talk about on these Facebook Lives? And I think that it fits in rather perfectly today. But before I get started, I do need to also show something that I'm a little embarrassed about. I try not to take myself too seriously. But, I don't want to, I see all these other, consultants and people that are online that try to, motivate or try to give some information or try to help out. And I think they take themselves too seriously. And I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be, here's my thing. If you got hustle, you got hustle. If you don't want to have hustle, you don't have hustle. I want to encourage you to do more with your life. But, hey, I'm not here to get real serious or have poses, I try to, with any kind of quotes that I put on top of a picture of me or my team does, we try not to take it too serious. Sometimes we steal quotes from other people too, and they get called out, and then we pull them down, like Sean Reigns. But this is what I'm talking about, not too serious. Check them out. We've got the new Social Little Man t-shirts in. Yes, the Social Little Man, we changed it a little bit this year for NADA and for here at the home office here in Kansas City is we've put headphones. Oh no, Lazelle's down in South Africa listening, but her data's running out. Sorry, but we put the headphones on. We can get the natural look now. So not only that, but you can also, we're going to do a little advertising for our one-to-one marketing here at Auto Alert. You saw in the back, big letters. This is a woman's size small. The reason I put this out there, Faulkner needs one. Faulkner, I'm glad you brought that up because along with Ben Burton, I got to tag him in this. Here's Pando. It's a product that we're releasing at NADA. But the reason I brought this up is we got two sizes that were requested. One lady sizes, because the last batch of Social Little Man t-shirts we got were all just extra large men's t-shirts, which don't fit, it's not adult size, I guess. I guess they are. They don't fit me or Faulkner down on the fourth floor who watches these things religiously. Thanks, Faulkner. But I did. I got 2Xs. I got 3Xs. I got mediums for men. I didn't. Jessica did. So, Kenny, do you have a 6X? You don't need a 6X, bro. I've been sitting right next to you, man. You're at 3X all day long. You don't need the big giant one. I'm not saying that it's big giant. You don't need that. Kenny, come on, bro. We're like the same size, man. Anyway, also, it was requested was pink. These are not in men's sizes. I apologize. Even though I do believe this is a women's XL, I do believe that real men wear pink. But yeah, we got Social Little Man t-shirts that are available. We'll see what we give away at NADA, and anything left over, we'll be tossing out, doing some cool stuff with the Facebook Lives and videos here. So, no, Kenny, I sat right next to you, man. You're not a 6X. You're a 3X. Chris says he needs a king-size sheet bed. See, I'm with all you guys. See, this is a 3. Kenny, we're the same size. Chris, you and I are going to hang out. We're same size. I want to talk about saying yes more in 2017. Can you still hear the Spin Doctors in the background? I loved the Spin Doctors, man. I thought they were awesome. Jigglypuff is what Brad is calling his friend. I love the Spin Doctors back in the day. What I love about the Spin Doctors, which they are going to be playing our show, a party that we're going to be having in New Orleans coming up at the end of January. it's going to be awesome, and they're going to be playing there. It's going to be live. No, it's not going to be recorded. It's going to be live. So come, you'll see some great entertainment with the Spin Doctors, which a little bit the background on the Spin Doctors for me is that not only do they have like, Two Princes and Little Miss Can't Be Wrong, but also an amazing jam band. So if you're into like the Grateful Dead, or if you're into like Fish, they also do they also do some really awesome jam band type style, which we thought was perfect for New Orleans and the atmosphere that we're going to have there. But we're going to move into, thanks Arnold for coming back. We haven't seen Arnold in a long time, and Arnold Tierney is in the house. Thank you. Our number one, he finds out and makes sure that I stay on track and that I don't give you any misinformation. And that's why we love Arnold, and I'm glad you're back. So saying yes to 2017. Saying yes more in 2017. Now, this is I hate the terminology of a New Year's resolution. I just, but it's so mainstream. Brol. Yeah, it's a bro and a troll mixed together is what Arnold does for the show. New Year's resolutions. My resolution, if you parse it, even though I hate that terminology, is I want to say yes to more things in 2017. Almost like the Jim Carrey movie, Yes Man, where he couldn't say no to anything. And I've gotten a lot of flack on this. A lot of people worried about my safety, or worried about where I get myself, because if I'm going to say yes to everything, that could give me a lot of trouble. Well, just a little disclaimer there that saying yes to everything is not meaning say yes to everything. I'm not going that full blown. It's not. I mean, there is a disclaimer there. I've got boundaries, and also nothing illegal, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And no, I will not give you $100,000, Arnold. That's the boundaries that I find. But I think when it comes to marketing, and it comes to marketing yourself and personal branding, or whatever you're going to do, or for your business, or for your dealership, say yes to the dress. I'm joking, kidding. I'll wear a dress. I don't care. Side note story. I wore a dress at a Halloween many years ago. I dressed up like an exotic dancer, a female exotic dancer, and I ended up making like $650 that night. Not from tips, but from winning a lot of contests. I think I won 3 contests that night. But yeah, I got no shame in my game wearing a dress. Prove it, says Heather. But yeah, saying yes in 2017, when it comes to personal branding, comes to personal marketing, it's the fact that when I speak to a lot of you, or if we have conversations offline, I had coffee with Kim, who's in this, comes in these quite a bit, last week while I was in my hometown. Pixar didn't happen. All right, I'll take pics. Kim and I talked a little bit about her future and what she wanted to do, and what I thought, my opinion of what, $650 in crinkled $1 bills. Yes. And a lot of Sacagawea coins. Yeah. That's what I get tipped with. 6X dress. I need a 6XL dress. Oh, look, it's just going down a path this morning of just say yes to anything. Boy, I talked to Kim and about what I thought would help her, gave her some motivation or maybe some information on where she wanted to go with 2017. The fact is that you just have to say yes. It's, the knowledge, there's so many things that are online, that tell you what you probably should be doing. And there's so many influencers out there. There's so many, there's a ton of, every day on Instagram, just motivational quotes on pictures that go through Instagram or whatever it is. It's there. It's just that you have to start saying yes. You have to start saying yes. You have to start. I think a main component of that is not take yourself so seriously. Dibs on G and Joey's pimp for 2017 Halloween. Halloween's gonna be fun in 2017. I do think I need a Mr. Lebowski, because I'm gonna go as his buddy, whatever the John Goodman character from The Big Lebowski. So ask Kim for a hug. See if she says yes. Okay. I think I gave her a hug before we left. And so, yeah. So talking to Kim and also talking to others, I spoke to a woman who has a bakery, who's looking to expand her, the money she's making for what she's doing with her bakery. There's a lot of information that come at you. I think that we just need to start saying yes to a lot of things. I spoke to somebody yesterday about Facebook Lives. And the person doing Facebook Live, very similar to what we're doing here, what I'm doing here. She's pulling no punches. So she's like, yes, yes, yes. I'm going to try that. I'm going to try that. The worst thing that can happen to you, and that's what you got to say, is what's the worst thing that can happen to you? And 2 things. Oh, Kim Cowan. Kim Cowan will give me a hug. She will. She's absolutely. Her office is actually right there. Just right on the other side of that wall is where, if you know Kim Cowan, Vice President of Business Development here at AutoAlert, then that's her office, right on the other side of that wall. So saying yes more often, and I think it comes down to when you're going to be doing things to put yourself out there with a personal brand. Nobody wants to look stupid. Nobody wants to look dumb. Nobody wants anybody to judge them for what they're doing, and that is what hinders a lot of people from doing anything online. Is that people don't want to look stupid. People don't want to be judged. Here's the thing: you're going to get judged anyway. It's whether you put yourself out there. If you don't, I mean, in your own personal life, people are going to judge you. You're not going to know about it, but in this world, people tend to judge you a little bit more because there's an open forum of people giving their feedback of what you're doing. And here's the horrible thing about this. The horrible thing about this is when the people that are closest to you, whether you're married and it's a spouse, or whether it's a parent, or whether it's somebody who is you work with that's really close, it's when you get the feedback from them that really rocks you, that really kind of gets to your core, because especially if it's a spouse. I know a lot of women who are putting themselves out there online, and they are getting a ton of pushback from their husband. I don't know why guys are doing this. It's not something that is just a few. It's a lot. It's a lot. That's a lot of feedback that I get. Is that they get a lot of feedback from their husband, like, what are you doing online? Here's the deal. It doesn't matter if you're selling something at home like Plexus, or if you're a real estate agent, or whatever it is. The thing is that their insecurities are actually coming out, and they're portraying them on you. And then at the same time, they just don't want you to look stupid. And since their insecurities are already on themselves, they project them, and then they're going to automatically think that people are going to think that you're stupid. That's horseshit. It's 100% horseshit. And, it can be a very, very difficult thing. In fact, hey, what's happening?
Social little man.
What's going on? CEO Mike DeLay's in here. I wish I could flip it around.
I don't flip it around.
Don't flip it around? Welcome back. You look tanner.
You look
slimmer.
Slimmer.
I skipped a meal.
Where's your Jimmy John's cup?
It's too early for Jimmy John's.
I know. You should have one.
Oh, you should. All right. Yeah, that Jimmy John's back in the house. So, let's welcome to see the CEO back in the offices here. But the fact is that you have now. I'm glad that Mike actually popped in, because this is pretty awesome. Mike he's my CEO. He's been my CEO now at 3 companies. And Mike supports me 100%. Does Mike bust my nuts? Bust me up a little bit about the video I do or some of the cool things I do? Absolutely. But does he truly have it in his best interest that I'm doing a good job, and he's 100% supporting what I do? Absolutely. In fact, his this is me. This wasn't me. I wonder how I'm going to go. No, he suggested it, and so we did it. I will tell Mr. DeLay that Mr. 40 says hello. Thank you, Arnold. But the fact is you've got to do more. And the thing is that you have to, I know a lot of people say ignore the haters. I mean, I think that's too cliche now. I think it goes deeper than that. But using, branding yourself online and putting yourself out there is a big task upon itself. Now, how do you get across with you have a spouse that's not as supportive? Well, I think that the first thing and that conversation could explode into something good. Trust me, I'm not really good at talking to the other opposite sex when it comes to, I tend to put my foot in my mouth quite a bit, but it's real. It's logical. It's like, what is it about yourself that you're projecting onto me that's making you not want me to do it? What's going on in your own head? And so some people are introverts. Some people are extroverts. I can tell you to be an introvert and doing a video like this can be quite simple, because there's nobody in this room. It's absolutely 100% empty in here. And so Mike pops in, but that's how it's going on. But you can do it. You can absolutely do it. The thing is about trying anything is if it doesn't work, you can stop doing it. Mabel, who's in here right now, Peralta, we just had an interview yesterday, hopefully to get that out in the next week, where we talked a little bit about her Facebook Lives and what she does when she's in Connecticut at her Volvo dealership and what she talks about. The fact is that if Mabel gets no return on what she's doing, then she'll probably just stop what she's doing. But it seems like she's getting some return, or she's putting the lures out into the lake right now and doing her fishing. And if she's not pulling any fish in, then it's change it up and then look at something else. So Brad says he's an introvert. I believe that. I believe that a lot of people can be introverts and be actually really extroverted online. But when it comes to 2017, whether it's in your personal life, which has nothing to do with me or these videos, and it could be if you take this for your personal life, or if it has to do with your professional life, is start saying yes to more things. Is to start thinking like, I wonder if it'd be a really good idea for me to do product demonstrations and video and put them on a YouTube page and see. I wonder. No, yes, do it. Yes, do it. I wonder if I should try, different script when it comes to cold calling. Try it. Absolutely. Absolutely try it. If it goes against what your boss is saying, probably not. But if it's on your own, then absolutely try it. If it doesn't work, then go back to what you were doing before. It just comes down to saying yes to more marketing options when it comes to branding yourself. And imagine the things that are going to be happening. Say yes to 6X. You know what's really funny, Kenny, is when I worked in the I owned a club in my hometown. It was a sports bar. And also involved in another club, but we had a head of security. His name was James, and he actually watches some of these videos now. But he has changed his name. He's become he's Muslim now. But James, his nickname was 10X. Excuse me. Because James, unfortunately, had to go spend some time in the county one night, and the only thing that fit him was a 10X jumpsuit. So very funny that you're bringing up 6X. But when it comes to saying yes in 2017, when it comes to marketing values, when it comes to getting the word out there about what you do, about what goods and services that you represent and what you're trying to sell, or even if you're not trying to sell something, if you're into support or if you're on the operations side of things, it's just a fact of saying yes to more things. Facebook Live? Yes, try it. There are people that are going to talk smack? Absolutely. He was 10Xing before Grant Cardone. That is true. Brad, good point. I should give James a message and let him know about the 10X book from Grant Cardone. Two totally different 10Xs. But when you are looking, are you a writer? This is something that I'm going to struggle with in 2017 is I want to write more. I want to be able to not only just write in the way, and the team that I have here, I do have ghost writers. They're not ghost writers. In mine, it's Jeanette. Excuse me. They write easy stuff of what I'm saying, and I think it's wonderful, but I want to try to start writing things of my own. More Facebook Lives, I think I'm at the right level right now. I think one a day for about 30 minutes, 30 minutes is just perfect. I want only a 6X, really. Kenny, we will try to get something together for you. Kenny's stuck on that 6X. I'm telling you, not a 6X, bro. You're not a 6. Maybe you just don't like tight clothes, but 3X all the way for you. I'm believing you. But yeah. What can you do to say yes in 2017? Because here's the thing. Nobody else is doing it. You're already a step ahead if you're online doing this kind of stuff. I tickled my throat today. Excuse me. It must be because I don't have a Jimmy John's cup. I need a permanent Jimmy John's cup is what we're trying to find. But what can you do to say yes? Now, the best thing about saying yes to things that you're not doing already that you could be doing, such as writing, such as doing video, such as doing live video, such as podcasting, right? I think there's only one of you that is watching this that actually podcasts, and you do really good with it, Brad. You and Chris do an amazing job with your podcast, and not only just on a professional level, but also on the on a personal level. You guys have one of the top MMA podcasts in the country. Arnold says you'll say yes more if you believe in yourself and take action. I think it's by saying yes more does build more builds more self worth, builds more self-esteem, and builds more self-love. And I think that by saying yes, it's because you won't say yes to a 6X, the throat tickle, and stop procrastinating. It's absolutely. So my personal life, I'm going to be saying yes a lot more to a lot more things. I tend to be a little bit more introverted, stay at home, and now moving downtown to Kansas City in the workings of everything, and there's a lot more things that are going on. So, and I'll also be saying yes to a lot of people if they're inviting me to do things, or inviting me to join a club, or inviting me to learn more information. I believe that 2017 is a great way to start implementing Kaizen, the Japanese word for always continuing, always educating. Belka says, learn to say yes in a positive way, learn to say no in a positive way. Absolutely. I think you're getting it. I think you guys get it. I think you guys know it. It's just now the time to pull the trigger and say yes. I'm going to say yes to saying yes to everything. Now, there is boundaries. You've got to discover what your boundaries are. You've got to discover but once you set that boundary, then stay in that boundary. Keep it. Check out Screen Addicts and Texas MMA Hour. But set your boundaries and say, I'm not going to give $100,000 to Arnold. Arnold says he's going to add me to a bunch of groups. Just be helpful and all. That's fine. All right. Yeah. Add me to every group that's in there. You need to get on my podcast, talk about movies. I would love to, Chris. Yes. I will get on your podcast and talk about movies. I love hearing myself talk. It's one of the greatest things that happens in my world. So what are you going to say yes to? What is something for January that you can say yes to? What is something in January that you've been kind of contemplating for a while, but now you need to say yes to it? You need to do it. Is it Facebook Live videos? Then yes, start doing Facebook Live videos. Is it tweeting more often? Is it using Twitter? Sorry, but using it like Donald Trump, right? Constantly on Twitter. I know he's got somebody that helps him on Twitter, but he does do some of his own tweets himself. And he uses Twitter like a Twitter user would use it. And is that what you would like to do? Maybe not in the way that he's doing it, in the message that he's doing it. But I got to give big ups to Donald Trump. You know, maybe I'm not excited for him to be my president, but I support him. And I think that he's amazing with Twitter. Amazing. The message, not so much, but amazing with Twitter. Do I want to be more like Donald Trump on Twitter? Yes. Am I going to? Yes. Should I sign up with AutoAlert? Yes. Sponsored ad. You should sign up with AutoAlert. Am I going to utilize other things that are out there? Am I going to try Uber for the first time? Yes, not me, but you. I don't know. I'm just kind of, what is it that you can say yes to more? And if you're saying yes more in your personal life, then maybe it might transfer over to your professional life. And yeah, if you're a car dealership and you have not done a demonstration or a demo over online for auto alerts, then yes, do a demo. If you're coming to NADA, yeah, choose to stop by the Auto Alert booth and let me interview you, and we'll have a good time on the podcast, and you'll get yourself a t-shirt and we'll hook you up with some tickets to go see the Spin Doctors. Yes, 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 if you're in New Orleans. Excuse me. Getting over a cold here. So what are we learning for 2017? As I repeat myself for the last time, before I let you all go onto your lives, onto your new world of saying yes to everything within reason, I say to you, inspire others as well. Professionally, marketing. This is pretty big. If you're the only person at your dealership doing the quote unquote Mike Davenport style of, you know, if anybody doesn't know Mike Davenport, the guy's amazing, does 30 cars a month, every month on bang, 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 bang. Then inspire others to do that. I've learned that Joey says I can wear a 3X. I believe you. I believe it, Kenny. I believe it wholeheartedly. Brought to you by Carl's Jr. But I will tell you, this is the way that if there's any, there's no juniors in my life there, Faulkner. The only person in my life that's close to a junior is a third, and that's Bob Tasker the third, baby. Inspire others. Inspire yourself before you attempt to really inspire others. Inspire yourself. And here is the key to everything. Is everybody ready for the key? If I can give you the key right now, I would like for you, just so I can get some feedback, just tap the heart button or tap the thumbs up button, and I will give you the key. Why do you have an @ symbol on the top of your desk behind you? Because it's awesome. Why would I not have it up there? Tap the like button, the thumbs up, or the heart, and I'll give you the key to everything. And I think Arnold really shows this. I'm seeing it. There it is. There's Brad. There's Kim. Got 2 of you doing it. There's more. There's Mabel. I'm seeing 3 now. Come on. It's not that hard. It's just tappity tap tap. That's all it takes. The key to everything. There's Arnold. Appreciate it. There's the rest of you. Chris. I'm seeing you guys coming in now. Here's the key to everything. Don't take yourself so damn seriously. Don't take yourself so serious. If you get banged up about it, if you get inspired to get down to a size 3X from a 6X, if you get banged up about it, blow it off. If your husband or your wife is blowing you up about being online and doing things to improve yourself and improve what you're selling, and then you making more money, and maybe right now you're not making more money, the key, who are you, DJ Khaled? I like that. That's funny. The key, I need that. I need to download that. The key to everything is not to take yourself so serious. Be a grown man that takes selfies and turns them into memes. Why not? Well, I mean, just don't take yourself so serious. That's my favorite meme of all time, is a picture of me, and the quote to the side says, my favorite pictures online are pictures of myself with a quote just off to the left. Don't take yourself so serious. Do not take yourself so serious. Do not take yourself so serious. Do not take yourself so serious, and do not let others' opinions affect what you're doing when it comes to promoting yourself and promoting your goods and services and what you do for a living, what you're doing aside, or what you're doing for a hobby, or what you're doing for a cause. Do not let other people affect you, because if you don't take yourself so serious, then that's not going to affect you. And if you've got a husband that thinks you're wasting your time, no, maybe you do a great job. I'm not taking yourself so serious. If you've got a husband that's banging you up because you're wasting your time online, I'm sure that you could probably find 6 or 7 things that he's doing that's considered time wasting as well. So, is this how it is? Nice Gary V style closing. Is that how it works? I've not watched a Gary V video for a while, so I did recommend a Gary V video to the woman that has a bakery that I've been talking to and helping out with more discovering her ROI through marketing. But yeah, I didn't know this. This is cool. So I will say to you right now, have a great day. I'm going to screw this up. It's my tagline. He's been doing it every day. I got to go see what some Mike's up to, right? Haven't seen him in a week. Have a great day, all right? If you have any questions, any concerns, any feedback, message me here on Facebook. If you're listening to the podcast, you can always join me at facebook.com/sociallittleman. And you can always hit me up on Twitter @sociallittleman, anywhere and everywhere. It's all over the interwebs. Have a great day. Keep smiling.